adhyaya niratam. Tapasvi Vagvidambaram Naradam Paripakacha Valmiki Kuripungava. Shri Valmiki is sitting there in his ashram. He's quite sad by the fact that Sita was just left with him. He is deeply perturbed by the fact that whoever he thought was God seems to be a flawed person. To which then Narada shows up in front of him. And at that time he asks Narada a question. Konasmin sampradam loke gunavan kascha vidyavan dharmagnischa kataknischa satyavakyo dirapataha. Konasmin, who in this world right now, sampradam loke, right now at this very moment, has these 6 qualities. I'm just going to list the 6 qualities in this shloka. Afterwards he lists 10 other qualities as well. But who has these 6 qualities, mainly gunavan, who has the quality of guna. Anybody that knows Sanskritam or Tamil will know that gunam itself means quality. So what is this gunavan? Gunavan refers to he who has the most important quality, that is saushilya. Somebody that is so-called great is interacting with people that are not so-called lower than them. Most people, when they think that they are great, they won't associate with other people thinking that they are I'm better than that other person, right? But that who does not have that gunavan, kascha vidyavan, that has the medium, the strength, dharmagnischa, who is virtuous, kritagnischa, who is thankful, satyavakyo, who only speaks the truth, dhritavrataha, who is very strong on what they say. These 6 points, why are they important for us? We will look into that after the first song, Shriman Narayan, by Gauri Ragam, by the composer in Adi Talam, Gauri Ragam, by the composer Annamacharya in the language of Telugu. Our story of Srimad Ramayanam she starts with the Devas. They all have a bit of trouble in their lives. There's an evil king named Ravana who is controlling them. Usually the Devas are the ones that like to control the others. They are the ones that like to cause problems for us. However, now what is happening is a human from here, a Rakshasa, he is giving Devas trouble, and they don't like that. So what do? This is where we see our first Sharanagati, the Deva Sharanagati. We see that in Srimad Ramayana there's 6 kandams plus Uttara Kandam. You see Bala Kandam, Ayodhya Kandam, Aranya Kandam, Kishkinda Kandam, Sundara Kandam and Yuddha Kandam. Each one will have a Sharanagati. And those Sharanagatis, each one we will see accordingly. In this first Sharanagati, the Devas, seeing that their life is being troubled by this Ravana, they go to their person that they know will solve their issues. This song, Srimad Narayana, is composed on Thiruvenkaramudiyan, Sri Srinivasa of Tirumala Tirupati. It is a well-known fact that all the Devas, the Devas in the morning, they show up in Tirumalai to do Aradhana for that deity. In that half an hour we give for that deity where we close up the doors. During that half an hour, apparently the Devas show up and they worship that. So similarly, that Devadi Deva, all these Devas, what they go is, they go to their Deva. What is this Sharanagati? It's as simple as, I am not able to achieve something. I cannot do something. I know that somebody else can do this for me. So what do? I go fall at their feet and say, please do this for me. For instance, I do not have the ability to cook very well. So instead, what do? Every time I come back from college, I fall at my mother's feet and ask her, please make me something well. We will look into why that is not the case later on. However, Sharanagati, in the first stage of what we will see for Sharanagati is, it is somebody goes to the other person, falls at their feet and asks them, please do something good for me. Which is what the Devas have done here. They go to their god Vishnu and they ask him, please save us. To which he says, don't worry, I will show up as Rama and I will destroy this evil king Ravana. What is special about the Sharanagati is, the question is asked in the Vedanta, Kashyat Dhyeyaha, who are we to worship? Karanam tu Dhyeyaha, we are to worship the Karana Bhuta, he who has created this entire universe, he is the person we are to worship. Karanam tu Dhyeyaha. In that sense, this song actually shows us who that Karana Bhuta is. In this song, you see Paramatma, Paramanurupa, Paramapurusha, that Paramatma, the person that created this entire world. How do we know that? Even in this song, it talks about how from the navel of Sri Mahavishnu, the lotus flower came, and from that Brahma was born. Brahma symbolism for creation. Any creation that happens starts with that Brahma. So where did that Brahma come from? From Sri Mahavishnu. That Mahavishnu is the one that created everything. He is the Karanam to Deha. Kashchit Deha. Karanam. He's the cause. So that is what Brahman is. We first talked about, I mentioned that there's Atta Panchaka, 5 things that we have to learn. To the first point, who is Brahman? Prapyasya Brahmano Rupam. Who is Brahman? Who is God? Karanantyu Deha. That the person that created this world is that Brahman, Sri Mahavishnu. Did he just create it and then leave it? Did he just make something and then somebody else can worry about it? No. He did more than that. We see that he is the one that protects us. Paramatma, Paramanu Rupa. Paramatma. He is not just somewhere else. He's sitting inside of every single one of us. In right here. He is protecting every single one of us from within here itself. It's not that he shows up from only when, so they ask for us, only the 10 avatars he shows up. He is within every single thing. He is always here. He is everything, is in fact what Vedam says, Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. That Brahman, or the point here is, Garda Vahana Rupa is what this song also speaks of. It talks about the person that's on the Garda Vahana. The person, Veda, Garda is known as the person that is symbolic of the Vedas. He who is on top of the Vedas, he who rides upon the Vedas, that is the person that the Vedas speak of. Every single Veda Vakyam, Sri Madhvacharya is very famously known to have said, every single syllable of the Veda does not talk about any other Deva. It talks about Sriman Narayana alone, and that Sriman Narayana is he who is inside of everybody, protecting us. How is he doing that protection? I will show you who cannot do protection. There's 4 qualities that one needs to have for protection. Jnanam, Shakti, Prapti, Purti. If he does not have these 4 things, they cannot protect us. Jnanam, they have to have the ability to protect. A good example is, let's just say somebody, the kid next to me in my class, has not studied. He comes to the exam, he asks me, Shashank, can I copy off of you? I need to pass this class. I say, okay, no problem. The exam is over. Results come back. He fails. He asks me, Shashank, I copy off of you. Why did I fail? I also failed. I also did not know what was happening in the exam. So of course both of us are going to fail. Jnanam, if somebody is to protect us, they first have to have the knowledge themselves as to how to protect. If they don't have the knowledge, they themselves cannot protect. Jnanam, Shakti. In India, we usually see there's this person outside of most apartment complexes known as the watchman. This watchman tends to be usually 60 plus tata. If somebody were to slap him, he will fall. He cannot protect that huge apartment complex. He can barely protect himself. What can he do? He can watch as we are getting robbed. That's all the watchman can do. Shakti. Perumal, God has to have Shakti. He has to have the ability to protect us. Viryam. What did I say? Konasmin Sampradam Loke Gunavan Kascha Viryaman. He has to have that Viryam. Vishnu has that Viryam. That is why you see, if you go to any temple, you will see that he has Sankara and Chakra in his 2 hands. They denote the Jnanam and Shakti. Is that enough? Prapti. He has to have the relationship with us. You see that in the story of Cinderella. Cinderella wanted to be protected by her mother, stepmother. However, the stepmother had no interest in protecting her. Why? The stepmother felt that she had no relationship with Cinderella, so hence she did not protect. Do we have no relationship with him? We will see in the next Sharanagati that we have 9 different kinds of relationship with him. But most importantly, Paramatma, Paramanurupa. In this song itself, he says he's inside of every single one of us. He has that relationship with us. He's always with us. Of course, he cares about us. Jnanam, Shakti, Prapti, Purti. We go on a plane. First thing, what do they tell you about putting on the mask? First, put on your own mask, then put on the next person's mask. If somebody is worrying about putting on their own mask, how can they help putting on the other person's mask? He is Shriman Narayana. What is Shri known for? Goddess of wealth. Just money? Any wealth she has, if he is married to her, what does he not have? He is already full in himself. So what? He does not have to go looking for his own needs. He does not have to go do Sharanagati to another person to get his needs fulfilled before he fulfills our needs. So of course he has that Prapti and Purti as well. So of course if somebody is to protect us, It is that Sriman Narayana, which is what is shown in this song. This is what the Brahma Swarupam is. Brahman is Sriman Narayana himself, is accepted by Trimatasthal as well. All acharyas accept this point. Sriman Narayana is the God that we are looking at here. So what happens? Sriman Narayana comes down. He is born as Rama. He grows up as Rama. It's well known that once he grows up a certain age, Vishwamitra shows up. He says that, oh, I want to take this child with me. I want him to come kill the demon Tataka. He also goes with him. He kills the demon Tataka. On the way back, he goes to school. He comes back married. Rama comes back at a young age of 12, married with Sita. Afterwards, they live in Ayodhya for a good amount of time. During that time, they are able to enjoy the time in that kingdom. Dasharatha sees one grey strand of hair in the mirror, and he feels, oh no, I'm too old. 60,000 years he was ruling over, but he only had one grey strand. He thought that, okay, I'm too old. He goes to the court. He asks them, I'm thinking I'm getting too old. What should we do? They say, go away, you oldie. Get out of here, you unk, is what they say there. They all tell him to leave the place. They say that Rama should be put as king. Dasharatha also feels, okay, that's fitting. Let's make Rama the king. He calls Rama, Rama, you are king tomorrow. News spreads, they decorate the entirety of Ayodhya. What happens after that? We all know. Mantra, who apparently it said, I don't know if this has Pramanam, but it is usually said that Mantra does not like Rama, because apparently when Rama was a little kid, we know that Krishna, when he was a little kid, caused mischief and trouble to every single last entity in that town of Vrindavan. Rama does not seem to have caused any mischief of the such. So how did he get an enemy within Ayodhya itself? Manthara seems to, apparently, Rama accidentally threw something, a ball or something, and it hit her back. And so she felt really mad at him, held that anger in until he was about to become king, and then went and told Kaikeyi, if he becomes king, we will all have to leave. He will throw us out. This is not good for us. Kaikeyi gets convinced by her for some reason. She also says that, oh, Dasharatha, I have two boons. One with which I want you to send Rama to the forest for 14 years. With the other, I want my son Bharata to become the king. Dasharatha also sadly agrees. He calls Rama the next day, you are going to the forest. At this time, Sita says that, Rama, I will also come to you to the forest. And then there's another person that also wants to go to the forest. This is Lakshmana. With that, we will look into the next Sharanagati. The song is Nannu Vidachi in Riti Gauda and Talam Mishra Shapu by Tyagaraja in the language of Telugu.
Audience is very low for us. We don't hear other than we need more volume. We need more volume.
I think vocal volume is low, right?
Yeah.
It needs to be up.
I think she is hearing the feedback more than she is hearing.
Oh, ಅದು increase ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ I can report her. She's having the
Sorry.
So, in this Sharanagati, as we just saw, Lakshmana, he falls at the feet of Rama and Sita. Even in this song, we see that he's referred to as the spouse of Lakshmi in this song by Tyagaraja as well. He says that, please Rama, do not leave me for even a second. Sabbratus charano ghado nibitya raghunandanaha. He falls at his feet saying this and says that, please take me with you to the forest. With this Sharanagati, as we already saw in the last Sharanagati, we learned about who God is. Now let's learn who we are. That's what we'll see in this Sharanagati. Who is Lakshmana? Who are we? What is the Atma Sarupam? In that we see Bhavamstu Sahavaidyai Vairekya Vinishanusu Ramshate Aham Sarvam Kaishyami Jakrata Swavatashyate. He refers to himself saying that, Rama, I will come and I will serve you continuously. Anything you want to do. In this song we see that he's referred to as Kodanda Rama. Was Rama really the one? We usually see in the photos and stuff that Rama is the one carrying the bow and arrow in the forest. According to Srimad Ramayana, that is not at all the case. It was all Lakshmana that was carrying it. Not only that, actually, it is seen that Rama and Lakshmana were both wearing the clothing of a hermit. However, Sita continued to wear only silk, continued to only dress as a queen for those 14 years. So, considering that a queen will not wear something that she wore the day before, the next day, and silk is something that cannot be washed according to Shastram, he carried with him 14 years worth of jewelry, clothes, and also Rama's weapons and everything else they need for their anushtanams, for etc. He says that, Rama, I will follow you and do all these things. That is where you see the first relationship between us and God. He is the master, we are the servant. Our job is to serve him, do whatever he wants to, whatever he wants of us. That's exactly what Lakshmana seemed to have done for those 14 years. That's what you see. The first point. Next, Rama, he accepts. He says that, okay, we already have one person coming with me. Might as well take another person. So he says, okay, Lakshmana can also come with me. At that time, Lakshmana goes to see his mother and says, I'm about to leave Sumitra. At which Sumitra says something. Sumitra here says, Nacha Sita Tvaya Hina, Nachavahavi Ragavaha, Muhurtamavi Jivaha, Jalan Matsya Vilo. Sorry, not that slogan. Ram Dasaratam Vidhi, Mam Vidhi Janakatmajam, Ayodhyam Vidhim Vidhi Gacha, Tatha Yata Sukham. She says that, oh Lakshmana, this is the reason I gave birth to you, to go carry her clothes, to carry his things for the next 14 years. I gave birth to you as a servant of him. In what sense? From now onwards, Ramam Dasaratham Vidhim, from now onwards, Dasaratha is no longer your father. Rama is your father. Janakatmaja, the daughter of Janaka, Janaki, is now your mother. I am no longer your mother. Sumitra is telling her own son. She's saying that from now onwards, he is your father and mother. That's where you see the next relationship between us and God. We see that he is father, we are son. That is the next relationship that we will see within the 9 sambandhams between us and God. So who are we? We are the son, and we are the child of God, and we are also the one that is always serving him. What else do we see? We see that again, Sarvasya Chaham Hridisim Nivishto, Mattasmadir Jnanam Pohnamcha, Vedeshcha Sarve Hameva Vedya, Vedantika, Vedavidit Videva is something that is saying in Bhagavad Gita. In Bhagavad Gita, we see this shloka. Why am I bringing this up here? This is the mood of Lakshmana here as well. He says that Sarvasya Chaham Hridisim Nivishto, Mattasmadir Jnanam Pohnamcha, Rama. I will not do anything on my own accord. It's seen that Rama, once he gets to the forest, he tells Lakshmana, go build a hut for us. Lakshmana starts crying. He says that, Rama, I cannot do that. Rama thinks, oh no, I brought a guy that says that he's going to do work. And now doesn't even want to do the basics of building me a house. No, he says that, Rama, you cannot tell me, go build a house and I will do it on my own accord. You will tell me exactly how the house is to be built, how everything is to be done. I want to the detail you should tell me, and you should use me as a tool. Paratantriyam is a terminology that is used traditionally in Sanskrit. Paratantriyam means that we are not something that can do according to the God's needs. Mattasmitir jnanam apohanam cha. Krishna says that I am coming inside of everybody and I am giving them the thoughts that they need. Whatever thoughts that we have, we do not have them on our own. He is the one that is putting it in our head. So in reality, who is the one who is controlling every single one of us? He is the one. We are the one that is controlled. He is the Atma. We are the Shariram. That is the relationship you see here as well. The Atma body. The Atma, what is special about our Atma? The Atma controls us. Is my body going to do something that my Atma does not want it to do, that I do not want it to do? The body will only do as I want it to do. Similarly, God is sitting as our Atma. He is the one that is controlling every single one of our actions. He is sitting in our heart and telling us what we should do, how we should do it, etc. So that is what Lakshmana says here too. He says that Rama, you are my Atma. That's the next sambandham that we see in the Navaveda sambandhams. Next after that we see Nacha Sita Tvaya Hina, Nachahapavi Ragavaha, Muhurtamavi Jivavaha, Jalan Matsya Vinodratam. What is the significance of this? He says that Rama, do not leave me for even a second, is what we see that Tyagaraja says here. How, just like a fish, if you were to take it out of the water and put it outside, the fish will last exactly 1 muhurta before it dies. It cannot even stand 1 second, is what is said in this song. Muhurta, technically, if he is the one that we are all, this is the next relationship. This relationship is supposed to show Adharam Adheyam. He is the one that we are dependent upon. Without his existence, we do not have an existence, which is what is brought up here. But if that's the case, why is there a muhurtam there? Why is there a little bit of gap time in which we will still live? The reality is, the fish, when it's thrown out of the water, is living for a little while in the hope that it will go back into the water. It will have a little bit of water surrounding it and it will hope that it can come back in. Similarly, O Rama, if you abandon me and leave me in Ayodhya and go off to the forest, I will be there living for exactly 1 muhurtam. And then after that, I will lose my life. Because I will wait for that 1 muhurtam thinking, oh, Rama will come back. He's not going to leave me behind. But once that thought is gone, I will also be gone. Our existence depends fully upon Bhagavan. And so in this sense, this is the next relationship that is seen there. This is what is seen also in this song by Tyagaraja. Tyagaraja says, oh Rama, I cannot exist even a second without you. In reality, if that Paramatma was to leave us for a second, everything will fall apart. It cannot exist without the Paramatma, is what is shown here. Adaram, Adeyam. Similarly, Tyagaraja finally at the end of this composition says, Rama, I am your possession. You own me. That is also what Lakshmana felt. Lakshmana said, Rama, take me with you. Use me as you need me to. I am your servant. Take me and I am your possession, is what he says. This is exactly what is also seen here. And that shows the one of the other relationships between us and him. He is the owner, we are the property. So this is a couple of the relationships we've seen within the Navavida Sambandhas. Similarly, there's a few other Sambandhas that are included here. He's the protector, we are the protected. You see that Rama is the one that always went and fought the demons. Lakshmana was just there next to him. If Rama did not go fight the demons, Lakshmana was also going to fall apart. Lakshmana's existence depended on Rama there too. He was the one that protected. He is our protector. Next we see that he is the husband, we are the wife. This is another sambandham that is seen there. Next sambandham that we said is he is the one that is to be understood. We are the one that is to understand. If we are to learn something, like I said, Karpar, if you asked Lakshmana anything else about the world, you see that Lakshmana is Rama went with Vishwamitra and he learned so many shastras. Did Lakshmana learn all those shastras? He didn't learn anything. He learned what his brother was. He learned that his goal in life is to serve his brother alone. He learned Rama, Karpar, Iramapirane Allal Matrum Karparo is what you see there. And then finally, you see the last relationship. He is the enjoyer. He is to be enjoyed. He is the one that is to live in that beautiful house that is made by Lakshmana. Lakshmana did not sleep for 14 years, it's seen. Lakshmana stayed awake for 14 years. Not only did he not sleep, it is seen that usually whenever in the tradition, there's this thing called Sandhyavandanam that Rama has done. Every point that Valmiki says, Rama did Sandhyavandanam here, Rama did Sandhyavandanam here. There's a person next to him called Lakshmana. Did he do Sandhyavandanam? It seems that Lakshmana did not do Sandhyavandanam for 14 years. Lakshmana did not do any puja, anything for 14 years. He did not sleep, he didn't do anything. He was awake, always there for Rama's service. And so that is the Navavida Sambandhas we see, those 9 relationships between us and him. That is who the Atma is. So with this Sharanagati, we see that Rama is able to take us, and he is able to, we are able to be our true selves around him. We are able to have our Atma Swarupa. With that, Rama leaves from Ayodhya, and then once they leave, they go to the banks of the river. Guha takes them across the river, and at that time, Rama is also there on that side. At that time, Bharata is informed that he is to come back and become the king. Bharata comes back, realizes that his father is gone. Dasaratha has also passed away due to not having Rama. Keep in mind, I cannot be even 1 second without you, Rama. Dasaratha was not able to be even 1 second without that Rama. That's the case with not just Dasaratha and Lakshmana. It's the case with every single Jivatma. And so without that, he also goes away. Bharata thinks that I need Rama. I cannot do this. I cannot be without him, or else I will also be gone, right? So he comes back. He comes with all of Ayodhya, ready to come to the forest to come take back Rama. With that, we will look into the next song, Bharata Sharanagati, Adigi Sukamu by Tyagaraja. This is in Ragam Madhyamavati, and it's also in the Talam of Rupakam, the language of the Mr. Chapadam.
Some places it is
wants to participate in scolding Rama.
You can use the same line. Both interchange. That is perfect. You can use the same one.
Yeah,
But
that's
if my
what.
scold me, then it's not same.
No. It should be same. You can just interchange.
They both can use the same one.
Yeah, that works.
That works perfect, sir. Just check.
Okay, one more time. Adi Sukhamadu.
Yes.
Ragaraja is saying, by asking me for a boon, who has what is the session? Who has
When does it work?
benefited? When did it work? When people ask you directly for it, you do it whenever you want. Adiki sukhamu
seen, sure.
You can hear you.
I think you're good. You're good.
As we've seen, this is a Nindastuti.
It's on.
As we've seen, this is a Nindastuti. Not only Tyagaraja is scolding Rama, Bharata is also scolding Rama, Mike is also scolding Rama. He will also scold Rama for it. So what is seen? Sukha mu, I do not have sukham, is what Tyagaraja says. There is no happiness. Why? First Sharanagati worked clearly. Rama was born, Devas asked him to come help them. Rama was born. Second Sharanagati also worked. Lakshmana said, I cannot be even a second without you, Rama. Please take me to the forest. Clearly worked. Lakshmana is in the forest now. Third Sharanagati, Bharata comes, falls at Rama's feet. Rama, I cannot be king. You are the king. You are Pattabhi Rama. You are the one that is supposed to be king. You are the Devadi Deva. How can I, a person that is technically under the control of you, when you are God, who else can rule over me? When that is the case, you come and be the king, is what is said in this. Rama refuses. Rama, or else that would be it. Ramayana that's why the Ramayana story will end. Rama comes back to the forest, everybody lived happily ever after. Did not happen. So clearly something went wrong here. Sharanagati did not work. As we've seen, Prapyasya Brahmano Rupam, Prapyasya Pratyagatmana, Prapti Upayam. The way to achieve whatever a goal is clearly falling at the feet. Didn't work. Is this the only time it didn't work? You also see in the same composition, Tyagaraja brings up another person, Shurpanaka. Shurpanaka also came to Rama and said that, Rama, I really want to marry you. Sadly, she chose the wrong avatar. If she had gone and asked Krishna avatar, he would have said, of course, 16,108. Add one more 16,109, what's the difference? Rama apparently does not seem to like that idea. Rama is Ekapatni Vratam, he only married one person. So it also did not work for Shurpanaka. It also does not work for Bharata. So when that is the case, the Lord, he does not, Sharanagati is not a valid way then, Shashank. The Sharanagati as a way to achieve whatever our goal is seems to not work. We have to try something else, it seems. That is why this Sharanagati, it is a misconception to think it did not work. Anandam brahmeti tyajanat anandhadyeva khallimani bhutani jayante anandhena jatani jivanti anandam prayantya vishanti. Vedantam speaks of Bhagavan as a person who has anandam brahmeti tyajanat. He always has happiness. If somebody, at the end of this, even in this composition, Tyagaraja refers to him as the Swami, the owner. Let's just say I own something. I own this phone. Or I own something else. If something bad were to happen to that, will I be happy? I will be sad, obviously. So that means if somebody were to be happy, if the owner is to be happy, clearly nothing bad happened to the object that is being owned. Swami is what he refers to here. In a Nindastuti, he is referring to Rama, saying that Rama, you're not protecting me. In reality, that is what Bharata also thought. It is our own thought process that we're not being protected. Why is he Brahman? Why is he always happy? Why is he Anandamayan? Always happy, the most happiest person. It's because he's always protecting us. How is he protecting us? Clearly it didn't happen here. With that, we will look into a very interesting point that is brought out by Madhvacharya in his Gita Bhashyam and Madhva Bhashyam as well in his Brahma Sutra Bhashyam. Madhvacharya says, as we've already looked at, all of our actions are controlled by Bhagavan. So here also, our karmas are controlled by him. He is the one that is making us do whatever karma it is. When that is the case, each person is going to achieve something different because of their karma. So there's accordingly as well, even with moksha, there's going to be different types of things that we're going to achieve. Varying levels of moksha is something that he brings up. Does that mean that God favors one person, does not favor another person? He wants something good for one person, he says, I want this person to do only bad and go to hell. Is that what Bhagavan wants? It does not seem to be the case. Varying levels of moksha, each one is the best for that individual. You see that Bharata, he was given the paduka when he was leaving from Rama, said no, and then Rama gave him the paduka instead and sent him off. Bharata was actually very, very happy when he took the Paduka and left. Only after that, the next day morning, only afterwards, he was sad for 14 years. However, at that time, he was not sad when he was taking the Paduka. Shurpanaka as well is a person, she was very, very sad when her nose was cut off and she was sent off back to Lanka. At that time, she was very sad. But once she went to Lanka, if you look at the shlokas that she has said there in Valmiki Ramayana, she will talk about how beautiful Rama is, how amazing it was to look at him, and how that was the best moment of her life, the moment where her nose got cut off. So in reality, both of them had some sort of good that came out of it, did it not? And furthermore, Bharata as well, he was not with Rama for a couple of years before that. He had gone and he was staying with his uncle in Nepal. After this, when Rama showed up again after 14 years, never again did Bharata ever go back to Nepal. He always stayed right next to Rama. That is another thing you see here. Rama did what was best for him. In that sense, similarly, God, when we think that we are doing Sharanagati and we are doing something and He is going to do something back for us, we may think it's not working, but in reality, He is only doing what is best for us. The Palaswarupam, this Sharanagati is supposed to show the Palaswarupam, Prapyasya Brahmano Rupam, Prapyasya Pratyagatmana, the Atma, Brahman and Atma, Prapti Upayam, the way to achieve whatever you want is Sharanagati, which as we've seen till now is falling at the feet. The Palam Praptehe, what are we going to achieve? Achievement is not, whatever that palam is not the same for every single person. Based on each and every single Atma, Perumal equitably, he provides whatever is best for us. And that is what we see here as well. It's for a better understanding that we can say, Shashank, so many bad things are happening around us. Is that also Perumal's doing? Usually, a good comparison for this is a collage. If we look at in the Vishwarupa Darshanam, Krishna shows himself. At that time, it had both good, bad, everything was there. However, what was consistent was everything was under his protection. It's like a collage. Perumal gives, even within our own lives, it is all like a collage. Sometimes good happens, sometimes bad happens. Only when bad happens, we are able to appreciate the good. Only when when Rama left for 14 years, did Bharata realize that he valued Rama's relationship, and he stayed with Rama for the rest of the time Rama ruled over this world. You see that good and bad is all within our eyes. Within God's eyes, it's only a Rakshanam. How can I protect? And He's always doing that consistently. With that, we can also see another situation. Another famous avatar is the Vamana avatar. In Vamana avatar, he asked for 3 pieces of land, and then notably, he put his foot upon every single last entity. We think about it, he put 1 foot on earth, 1 foot in the heavens, and then 1 foot on Bali Maharaja. We can think of it a little bit differently. When he put his foot on earth, is there any molecule that he did not put his foot on top of? He put his Tiruvadi, his Adi, on top of every single last entity, every single last molecule. Is this Tiruvadi just something that he puts on top of us and leaves it? It is symbolic for the fact that he is always protecting. We are his Adime. We are always his servants. We are always under his control. So of course the protection is always that for every single last molecule. We cannot say that one is being protected by God, one is not being protected by God. So in this case, while it seems to us that Bharata Sharanagati did not work, to our own situation, he did not come with us. When has it worked? It is not something that we ask and he does for us. He is always protecting us as he feels is right. That is the real goal, not any of these other things. With that being said, Rama then sends him off. Then afterwards, further, next day morning, Rama goes further into the forest, and then they build their hut, and then Lakshmana builds the hut as we already saw. Next day morning, Rama wakes up and he comes outside of his hut. And at that time, all the rishis are standing in front of him. That will be the topic of our next Sharanagati, Rishi Sharanagati. With that, the next song is a very famous one, Manaviyala Kincharadare, by again composer Tyagaraja in Ragam Nalli Nagati, sorry, and then Adita. Desha. So we saw the first Sharanagati, the Deva Sharanagati. If Fenton fell at his feet, it worked. Second Sharanagati as well, we saw that he fell at his feet, it worked. Third Sharanagati, I changed it up, I said that it didn't work, but technically it did because he's always protecting. Then naturally a question should arise because there's an inconsistency here. whether you fall, if he's always protecting, then there should be no reason to fall at his feet. If he's going to protect either way, like I said, he's protecting everybody, and he's going to protect how he wants to. What is the point of us falling at his feet? In fact, in that last composition, there's a couple of words that he mentions. He says, the Tyagaraja, he in fact says, he is the person that is the sun. The sun shines not only on one person, not only on the people that are good to the planet, not only the people that want the sun to shine on them, people shine on anybody. Next point also, he says, he calls him Sarvabhauman. He says, Sarvabhauman, he is emperor of whom? Sarvam, of everything he's the emperor. So again, we see a point that he's going to protect everybody. Again, also another thing we see here, he says that he's going to protect with goodness. So of course he's going to, he says Sadgunaha is what he brings up here in that last composition. So when all of these things are there, the point, other 3 points make sense here. As in who Brahman is, who the Jivatma is, and what the goal is protection. But Upayam of Sharanagati falls apart then. You don't need to really fall at anybody's feet then, because he's going to protect either way. To which then the answer is in this Sharanagati. In this Sharanagati, we see that the author, here, we see that the rishis show up in front of Rama's house, and Rama walks out, and the rishis all show Yahi Pashya Sharirani. These are all rishis that are wandering around in the forest. Even in this composition, the author says that we are all wandering around in this forest of the samsara. Similarly, these rishis are also wandering around in that forest of Dandakaranya. And then they show Rama, Yahi Pashya Sharirani, look at my shariram. What is there to look at the shariram? One rishi will not have an ear. One rishi will not have an arm. One rishi will be missing a leg. Why? Because these rakshasas, they would come and they would mess with their yagams. When they're doing all these karmas, they will do all these huge yagams. And at that time, the rakshasa will come and bite off a leg. And then throw, or sometimes they will even throw the rishi in the yagam itself. They will do all sorts of things like that. So when that is the case, Rama, please come and protect us is what the rishis say. But the rishis, question is brought up here. These rishis are very interested in doing these yagams apparently. Even in this composition, the composer talks about how we are very interested in the karma kandam. Karma, what does it mean? It means you do something, you get something out of it in return, right? So the rishis, being as powerful as they are, we see in so many stories. I think many of you must be familiar of the story of Kannagi within Sirathrigar. In that story, Kannagi, she just says this entire town of Madurai should go to flames. And because she was a good wife, the entirety of the town went to flames. Satyavak. In fact, Satyena Lokan Jayati is something that is seen in Shastra. It means that if somebody speaks only the truth, the entirety of all the lokas are within their hands. So of course, if they do the right karmas, then everything should work out for them. So such being these rishis, they should have the power, if they wanted to just say, you, Rakshasa, you are coming and trying to stop me, turn to flames, turn to ashes. It should work for them. But they don't do that. They stop doing these karmas and instead come to Rama, and what do they say? Rama, you protect us. So then the question comes, can we really protect us? Can we really protect ourselves? Or are we just not wanting to protect ourselves? We're lazy and we're going and asking him to protect us. Remember back, I said, Mattasmadir Jnanam Apohanam Cha. All the thoughts of ours are given by him only. All of our actions are under his control. We are like puppets in his hands. When that is the case, if there is any protection to happen, who is doing that protection? Is it us? Or is it him? And so then the answer is given that we cannot really protect ourselves. It's not only that we are unable to. Anything that happens is only his protection. So the rishis, naturally they come and say, Rama, protect us. But like I mentioned, you don't really have to protect yourself. You don't have to actually fall at his feet for his protection. So look at this song. Manavyala kinchara date. The composer is telling his manas, he's telling his own mind who is protecting him. Manase, Rama's the one that is protecting me. Sharanagati is not actually an action. It is the mental acceptance that somebody else is always protecting us. And if you have that mental acceptance, then that person will protect you. I previously brought up with my mother, I would have to go ask her, Amma, please give me something good to eat. That's not usually the case. I can just sit calmly on the sofa, and I will know that Amma will make me whatever food that I want to. That is that mental knowledge that she will make for me. And because of this mental knowing, that it's going to happen. Even in Shastram we see, Tvameva upaya bhuto meva iti prarthana mati sharanagati. What is sharanagati? It is defined that Tvameva upaya bhuto meva. I am accepting you as my protector. Iti prarthana mati sharanagati. This mati, this thought process is the actual sharanagati, is what is brought up there. So what do these rishis do as well? They do sarva dharman parityagya. They let go of all their dharmas. They let go of all of their dharma. Here refers to any other way to achieve what we want. Mam ekam sharanam braja. They all come to him. Aham tva sarva papebhyo. He is going to protect them from what? All of their struggles. Papebhyo refers to the bad things, the suffering that happens in their life. Sarva papebhyo moksheshyami masucha. These rishis, in reality, are these rishis only interested in not having their arms so that they can do the next yagam? It is well known that these rishis, after they saw Rama, when he's inside the town of Ayodhya, he's wearing so much jewelry. You can't see his inside Tirumeni, you can't see his body. But when he's in the forest, he's not wearing any of that jewelry. Who actually saw the beauty of Rama? It is the people in it was not the people who lived in Ayodhya. It is these rishis that actually saw his beauty. What happened that these rishis lost interest in doing their yagams. What did they do instead? They prayed that they want to get married to Rama. Suddenly these rishis, who have let go of all the desires in this world, wanted to get married to Rama. It is famously known that those 16,000 wives that I mentioned are actually the avatar of those rishis. The rishis came back and got married to Rama in the next Janmam as in Krishna avatar. Similarly, it's also seen that the Gopikas are actually nothing other than the rishis. The rishis are the ones that were born as the Gopikas next. So in that, what do we see? We do not, what is the goal actually? What is the wish of ours? To be always with him, to always be in the protection. What is Sharanagati? It is not something where we go fall at somebody's feet and he protects us. It is what we tell our manasu. Manavyala kincharadate is what is seen in this. But also, there's a bit more than that. The next Sharanagati will actually throw this off as well. It is not actually a thought of the mind. We will look into that then. But very interestingly here in this Sharanagati, if we think that he is the one that is always protecting us, then all of our worries will go away. Nidbhayosmi, mokshesyami, masuchaha, anjalendra kayyum. Don't worry, he's showing this. You see, God is always like this with his hands. It doesn't mean, oh, I'm going to bless you. It doesn't mean I'm going to give you a lot of money out of it. One person once told me, he's showing his hands like this, saying that, look, put money on my feet and I'll give you something good. That's not what that is. He's saying, look at my feet. I put my foot on all the three lokas as Vamanavatar. I will always protect you. I'm always here. Do not worry, is what he's showing with his hand. That is what these hands mean. And with that, in this Sharanagati, we do not have to worry, is what is brought up here. The rishis themselves, they do not worry about turning this person into ashes, doing some sort of yagam, starting a huge fire and then worrying about how they're going to manage that fire, etc. They have come to Rama and said this. At that time, Rama interestingly says one thing. Even in this composition, Tyagaraja mentions that, oh Rama, you come on your own. Seeing that we are stuck in this forest of the samsara, you come on our own. The rishis showed up in front of Rama, though. That is something that we see missing with the Sharanagati. I'm trying to understand what exactly the Sharanagati is. So clearly it is our mind thought process now. But he says that Rama, you will come on your own. Rama actually, in this Sharanagati, after the rishis come, he feels really bad. He says, I should have come before you guys were even here. I feel horrible that I was not waiting at your house. Instead, you guys had to come wait at my house. We will see if that happens in a Sharanagati. With that, we will continue the story. What happens? What happens? He destroys all the demons that he asked that the rishis need to be destroyed. And then afterwards, afterwards, Rama comes with a ton of wounds on his body. Sita comes, hugs him. All of his wounds go away. So then, another question arises. What is the importance of Sita? We will look at that into also in the next Sharanagati. With that, Rama, they continue with the forest. Shurpanaka comes. She goes back to Ravana, tells him, look, there's this really beautiful guy. She also mentions Sita. The mention of Sita sparks interest in Ravana. Ravana shows up, he kidnaps Sita. We all know about the golden deer, it showed up. Rama went after the deer. Sita was abducted by the demon. Afterwards, what happens? The demon then, Ravana takes Sita to Lanka. Rama looks for Sita. In that process, Jatayu also comes. Jatayu comes and says, he tries to fight off Ravana, taking Sita away to the forest, to Lanka. At that time, he kills Jatayu as well. Rama sees Jatayu. He grants Jatayu moksha. A point of question actually here. How can a man, we know here, Kodasmin Sampradam Loke, he did not say who is a deva that has all these 6 qualities. Sampradam Loke, who is a human on this earth. To that, I gave you guys the answer already. Satyavak, he who always speaks the truth. He who always speaks the truth has won over all the worlds, has won over all the lokas. So Rama, always speaking the truth, can obviously send Jatayu to whatever loka it may be, whether it's moksha or anything. He gives Jatayu moksha as a human, not as God. As a human is what is shown there by Kuratharvan. And then afterwards, then he continues on. He goes on to find Hanuman. Hanuman says, my kingdom is here in Kishkinda Kanda. We are now in Kishkinda Kanda. He shows him Sugriva. Sugriva says, you kill my brother Vali, I will help you find Sita. He kills his brother Vali. Then afterwards they send messengers, all in 4 directions. Finally, Hanuman ends up on the banks of the end of Tamil Nadu. And from there, he jumps all the way to Lanka. He finally finds Sita. And at that time, he convinces Sita not to. Sita is about to end her own life at that point. He convinces her not to by telling her the story of Ramayana. At that time, Sita tells Rama a story. Sita tells Rama a little story about her experience with Rama. Hanuman a story about her experience with Rama. And that story is what we see as our next Sharanagati. With that, I will mention the next song, which is Mahalakshmi Jaganmata in Shankarabharana Ragam in Mishra Chapu by Papanasajit. It's in Tamil. important. You will see that Sita tells Hanuman, the story of Kakasura. One time, Rama was sleeping on Sita's lap. At that time, Kakasura, who is the son of Indra, came in a form of a crow and came and bit Sita. And at that time, Sita kept quiet, but then blood started coming. And then it dropped on Rama, it seems. Rama woke up, Sita was in pain, the crow was standing there, Rama's angry, he picks up a grass, he says a mantra, he turns it into a brahmastra and throws the grass at the kake, and the kake runs around the world, it seems. It keeps running and it runs away from Rama's brahmastram, trying to save its life. At that time, the crow goes to its father, asks Indra, please save me from this brahmastra. Indra says, no way, I cannot help you. When Rama is against you, I usually say, if God is on our side, then what matters if anybody is not on our side? We will always be protected. But if God is not on our side, if anybody is on our side, nothing is going to work. And that's what you see here. He goes and asks so many people. He asks his own mother to protect him. No. He asks the rishis. No. He goes around the entire world searching for any place in which he can save himself from this brahmastra. Finally, nothing works. He's so tired. He comes and falls out of tired. And at that time, it just happens to be that he falls close to Rama. Feet towards Rama, he falls in front of Rama. Sita, what she does is, she takes kake, she flips him, instead of feet first towards kake falls feet first towards Rama. She flips him such that its head is in front of Rama's feet and says, Rama, look, the kake has come and fell at your feet, it has done a sharanagati, save it. At that time, Rama is known to have let the kake live. This is a very interesting story because here, there was technically no sharanagati that was even done. Sharanagati, this is one of the sharanagatis, but there's no sharanagati done here. What happens? This song that we've looked at greatly explains what happened in the sharanagati. Manam irangi vandu ennai arula vendum. She came, manam irangi, irakkame upayam is what is said. In fact, sharanagati is not the upayam, it's not the way. Irakkam, or the compassion is what is upayam, it is what is going to protect us. Here, Sita, Malar Magal, anytime we see the flower is usually denoting, we can say that it denotes the beauty. But traditionally, the flower, it blossoms. That is why it's always mentioned everywhere. Blossoming, just like how the compassion within the Lord is blossoming towards us. We say that she lives in his heart, as it said in this song. She lives in his heart. Lakshmi lives in the heart of Vishnu. What comes from the heart? The compassion comes from the heart. She is nothing but an embodiment of his compassion towards us, is what is shown here. She is the upayam, she is the one that is going to protect us, is what is shown in this Sharanagati. That's why she is known as Malar Magal, the person that is living on top of the flower. That's why she is called, even in this song, is Dayanidhi, the person that is a compassion, embodiment of compassion. Daye, she is an embodiment of that. In that sense, she lives in his heart and she protects all of us. With that, you see that she always, there is a question that's asked her. Nirvishesha Chinmatram Brahma is something that is, some people have brought up in Vedantam. Nirvishesham, there is no Visheshanams. Brahman has no qualities. Madhva and a few other acharyas have also disagreed on that point. They say that God always has qualities. What is the main quality that God has? It is compassion. Compassion is the first quality. I brought up first in the beginning itself, Konasmin Sampradam Loke. He lists out 6 qualities. Vyasa at the beginning, Narada, Valmiki at the beginning. He says gunavan. Gunavan, I said, refers to the fact that he is a great person. He is coming and interacting with a person that is considered, people see as lower. What is that an example of? That's an example of compassion. That first quality is nothing but compassion. Gunam, if somebody is to have a quality, It is nothing but compassion. That is what the Ramayana starts with. That's what any text that starts with God, it starts with that. Bhagavan Narayana Vimatana Rupa. Swarupa Rupa Gunagamba Ishvarya. Sheela Dinavika Dishe Asankeya Kalyana Gunagam. Padmavanaliyam Bhagavatim. Shriyam Devi. Dhyana Paini. Niravatyam. Devadevi Devavishim. Akila Jagan Matram. Asman Matram. Ashayanya Shanya. Ananya Shanaha. Shanamam Pravate. Swami Ramanuja. He does a Sharanagati through 3 Gadyams. He starts off first with Lakshmi. He says, Ashanya Shanya, Ananya Shana. I actually have no other place to fall at. The person who I'm pretending to fall at his feet next, Mahavishnu, I'm actually falling at your feet. I'm asking for your compassion to come and protect him. And clearly here, it was not even asked, Agala Gillen. She never leaves his heart. That compassion, Visheshanam, is always with the Vishesham. It is always there. His quality is always there. In fact, in Tamil, we usually use the word for gunam, for quality, we use the word panbu. Panbu also means definition. When you define somebody, it is by their gunams. If he did not have this panbu, this quality of compassion, there's no use in even having a God. He is made up of that panbu. Tirukandem. The first thing that we see with him is that panbu, is that good quality. He is defined by that itself. That's why even in the south, you see this traditionally during the Brahmotsava. There's an alankara known as the Nachiyar Tirukkolam, in which he dresses himself, the Lord dresses himself as Lakshmi. That is the truest form of God. He is defined by his compassion, is what is seen there. That compassion, she flipped him. Then if that's the point, why didn't we just have this Sharanagati and leave it? If Sita is so great, why do we have to talk about Rama? In fact, in Ramayana itself it says, Kavyam Ramayanam Krishtam Sitayas Charitam Mahati. I accidentally named this story Ramayana. It is actually Sitayas Charitam Mahati. This story is about Sita. It's about the compassion. Compassion is what is saved here. Even in Ramayana, at the end of it, after Sita is saved, Hanuman comes and asks Sita, Sita, I want something from you. For all the things that we've done, for coming and saving you, I want something from you. To which she asks, what do you want? He says, you see all these demons that have tortured you for the last 10 months? I want to sit and torture them in similar way. And there's an entire sargam of all the ways he will torture these demons is what is shown there. After that sargam is over, Sita looks at Hanuman and says, Papa Namba, Shubha Namba, Vadarihanam Plavangamaha, Karyam Kardamayene Nakaschin Naparadyati. She says that, oh Rama, oh Hanuman, everybody spoke of you as if you're some great learned scholar. Rama said, after first hearing Hanuman speak, he said that, are you a person that has learned Samavedam, Rigvedam, Yajurvedam? Have you learned all the Shastrams? Everybody always speaks good about Hanuman. Sita calls him here a Plavangama. She calls him, you monkey. Because he's shown his monkeyness here. Papa Namba, Shubha Namba. There's no such thing as good and bad. Vadadahanam Plavangama. Karyam Karnanayena Nakashchin Napradyati. There's no person that has not done bad. Rama, he asks, oh Sita, what do you mean no person has done bad? What about Rama, what about, let's start with me. Sita says, let's start with me. I have done something bad. I am sitting here. And we'll start first with Rama actually. We'll start with Rama. What has Rama done bad? He's the greatest person. He's the greatest person. He lost me. I'm sitting here for 10 months here. If he's the protector, he should have protected me. I shouldn't have ended up there. First mistake is Rama's mistake that I ended up here. Papa Namba, Shubha Namba. If you wanted to kill somebody, if you want to torture somebody, go torture your master first. Okay, fine. Rama committed mistake. What about me? You're sitting here saying you want to torture people. Is that a good quality? Of course it's not. To which Hanuman says, okay, fine. What about you, Sita? Haven't you done something? Aren't you a person that is pure? Compassion, embodiment itself. I'm sitting here telling you what Rama has done bad. Is that a bad about me? I'm sitting here pointing fingers. That's a bad of mine. Papa Nama, Shubha Nama, Vadarihanam Plavangama, Karyam Kardamayene Nakashchin Napradyati. We always forgive. It is, my dad usually tells me a story. When I was little, when we go to Moksha, when we go to Vaikuntha, we will go with all these sins that we've committed. At that time, Vishnu looks at us and he's like, I have to accept you. All the people that I got you, okay. He looks at Sita, he looks at Sri Devi. We know that Vishnu has 3 wives, Sri Devi, Bhudevi, Neela Devi. It's not literally that he has 3 wives, it is all different embodiments of Lakshmi herself. He looks at Sri Devi first and says, Sri Devi, what do you think about this? She says, Adaravanam Lavangama Karya. We'll forgive. Everybody has committed mistakes. It's like, this isn't working out. Then he looks at Bhudevi and he says, should we forgive him? To which she says, I thought sin was something that only exists in Narakam, in only hell. I didn't know that sins existed on earth. I thought everybody on earth was good people. This is also not working out. He looks at Neela Birati, and he says, Neela Birati, what do you think? Do you think we should accept him? She says, what is a sin? I've never heard of it. And so when this is the case, she will not see our sins. Manam Hirangi, she will come down to us with that compassion and show that compassion. When that is the case, we will look into somebody else that has also done that sin, but before that, then what happens to the Sharanagati? We saw here that he did not technically do a Sharanagati, he did not fall at her feet. I mentioned that she is always in his heart. Sharanagati is not something that we even have to think about. It is a state of being. We are all technically in Sharanagati, every single last entity.
Sharanam, Sharanam, Endrane. Sharanam, Sharanam, Sharanam,
And at that time, Sarvaloka Sharanyaya Raghavaya Mahatmane, Nivedita Shukram Vibhishana Upastitam. Vibhishana, who is the brother of whom? Ravana, he shows up. At that time, there is a huge debate. Do we accept a person that is the brother of Ravana? The enemy side, somebody has come. Do we accept that person? Is a question that is asked there. To which, again, the answer is the Papa Namba, Shubha Namba, Vadarivanam, Lavangama. I brought up here itself that Sita says that we forgive. What does Rama say? Rama on this side, he also gives an answer. He says that what am I going to do? At that time, Sugriva disagrees. He says that we should not accept this Vibhishana that has come here. Let's send him off. To which Rama then tells Sugriva a story about two birds. They are a couple, husband and wife bird. They are sitting on top of a tree. And at that time a hunter comes by and he wants to capture the birds. He somehow or the other captures the wife bird. Then afterwards, he wants to capture the husband bird and sits underneath the tree. The bird, he wants to get back his wife, but at the same time the hunter is slowly starting to get cold. It's night time is coming. The wife bird tells her husband, "Oh bird, he has come to our house. He has come to our Sharanam." Sharanagati, the word itself means, Sharanam means home. Gati means to come. You are going to that Sharanam, you are taking refuge in that Sharanam, you are coming. Homecoming is actually the direct translation in English. He's come to our house. Let us provide, let's make sure he's not cold. Why don't you start a fire for him? So then this bird, it comes and starts a fire for this hunter to feel warm. Then afterwards, what does the bird do? It goes and sits back up. The hunter gets warm and it's ready again to fire to get the other bird. At that time, its tummy starts rumbling. He's getting hungry, and still the bird, the wife bird tells her husband, "He's come to our house. We should feed him something." At that time, the husband bird, he falls within the fire and gives himself as the food for this hunter. Rama tells the story to Sugriva and says that if Vibhishana has come even with ill intention, Arakkar, even if he is in this song, Arunachal Kaviraya, he brings up the fact that he is the brother of the demon. Even if a demon comes, I am willing to protect him. Even if he's come with ill intentions, even if he's coming saying that he's going to defeat me, I'm going to give abhayam, protection, to every single last entity, even if it is a demon. So what does he do then? He says that I will protect him. And at that time he sends Vapo, he tells Sugriva, Aittu Vapo Sugriva, you go Sugriva and bring this Krishna. Sugriva takes 2 steps and then he stops Sugriva and says, Sugriva, wait. If the person that has come is actually not Vibhishana and actually Ravana, still bring him. I don't care. No matter who it is that has come to me, I will protect them. That's where Vishnu, Sri Rama brings up the point that there is no such thing as a person that he will not protect. There is no such big sin, like I brought up from Sita, that irakam, it is unconditional. That compassion towards us, towards every single last entity, is unconditional. He's always protecting everything. And no matter what the details are, there's no such thing as a big sin. You look at even in the Rishi Sharnagati, I wanted to mention, there's a story from Sri Parasara Bhattar, who's in Acharya's life. At that time, 2 of his Sishyas, one of the Sishyas does all the things correctly. He does Sandhyavanam correctly, he does Amavasa Tarpanam correctly, everything correctly. The other Rishi, the other Sishya does not do anything. The one day, the Sishya that does everything gets really mad at the other one. He's like, I'm sitting here, I'm waking up at 4 a.m. and doing everything, and you're just waking up 5 minutes ago and you're showing up. I don't like this. To which that other Sishya, he points at the Shankha and Chakra of the deity in Tirukotiyur. They are in Tirukotiyur at that time, and he says, is your Sandhyavanam, is your Amavasa Darpanam, is that going to remove any sins of mine that Shankha and Chakra cannot remove? There's no such thing. I'm not saying everybody go start committing sins. He's the one that is controlling us, so he's always going to make sure that we are doing whatever is in his will alone. But there's no such thing as too downtrodden for his protection. There's nobody that he's not going to protect. When I brought up the fact that he's put his foot upon as Vamana, he put his foot upon every single last molecule. That's beyond race, that's beyond sexuality, that's beyond gender, it's beyond every single last point. He is a protector. Unconditionally, that Irakkam shows up. And that is what is brought up here. He will protect even Ravana himself, the enemy. If he comes also, I will give him abhayam, is what Rama says here. With that, after that, then we see that Rama, they cross the ocean. Then afterwards, they get a bridge. They cross the ocean. They try peace talks. It fails. It seems to do so usually during times of war. And then afterwards, when the Yuddha Kandam happens, so many people die off. Why? After that, you see that so many people end up dying. Kumbha, Nikumba, Kumbhakarna, Indrajit, and then finally Ravana himself. Shashank, you said that he is protecting no matter what. He said he will protect even Ravana. Then why does Ravana die? With this, we brought up all the points of Sharanagati. We brought up all the points as well of the Anta Panchakam, except for the last one, Virodhi Swarupam. There is a Virodhi that Ravana had that we will look into when we see that how that Ravana Vadam happens with the song Yamanalli by Mukari Shivaranjani Ragam.
Yes.
song we end up seeing that there is an end to somebody. So in all the other points we saw that everybody gets saved. What about here? I can't use the same excuse I gave for Bharata Sharanagati. I said that, oh, he's doing it for everything for the good. Here, the reason that Ravana is known as Vanangali Narakkan by the Arvas. He is known as the person that is the embodiment of Ahankara Mamakara. What is Ahankara Mamakara? Ahankara means to think that I. Mamakara means mine. If we are to think that I am the one doing something, I am the one going about something, this is of my ownership, then obviously we will naturally have stress in our lives. And of course then, the protection of the Lord will not be visible to us. And then what will happen to us? We will have that struggle. Sarvadharman parityakya mam ekam sharanam braja aham tva sarva papebhyo moksheshyami master. You let go of the first things of that Sarvadharman, thinking that I am the one doing something. Even in the Tameva Sharanam Gacha Sarva Bhavena Bharata, that Prasadat Param Shantim Sthanam Prapyeshi Shashvatam. It is about that Shanti that you get out of not realizing that I am the one doing something. Aham Madrakshana Baro, Madrakshana Palam Tata. Vedanta Chaya, he says that I thought that the burden was on my shoulders. It is not even about removing the burden to another person's shoulders. It's about realizing that it's on his shoulders. When you realize the burden is on their shoulders, then on God's shoulders, you do not feel the weight on you. Ravana did not realize the burden was on God's shoulders and not on him. He thought himself to be the greatest. He was ahankara mamakara. And so hence what happened? He did not have that shanti. He did not have that peace of mind. And that is the end of Ravana. Any of these arakas, these rakshasas, they are none other than the ahankara mamakara within ourselves. That is the virodhi. So with that, we see that Sita also goes back. She is reunited with Rama. Vibhishana is given Lanka Rajyam. And then afterwards, Rama comes back. And then he stays in Bharadwaj ashram, he eats that. And then slowly, Bharata is gone and stopped from ending his life. Bharata also reconvenes with Rama. And then afterwards, Rama is to be crowned. Before we do the Pattabhishekam, let's just sum up what we've looked at till now. First, we saw the Deva Sharanagati, which is supposed to show who Brahman is. He is the one that is the all-controller, Deva the Raja. If anybody is to protect us, it is him. Next, in the Lakshmana Sharanagati, we saw us, the Jivatma, Lakshmana. We are always dependent upon him. He is the one that is always going to protect us. Then in the next Sharanagati, the Bharata Sharanagati, we saw that it doesn't always show up in the exact same way that we think it will. Have trust that he is protecting us in multiple different ways. That's what we saw in that Sharanagati. The next Sharanagati, the Rishi Sharanagati, the Palam, we saw it's the Palaswarupam, which is the Rakshanam. The goal is this Rakshanam, is this protection. Then we also saw the fact that we do not need to do other things. We do not have to do these huge yagams to protect ourselves. He will protect us is what is shown here. We just have to have that understanding. In the next Sharanagati, Katha Sharanagati, the most important one, we saw that Kripa or the Irakkam or the compassion towards us is actually what is always with the Lord, always protecting us is what we saw there. Then in Vibhishana Sharanagati, there is nothing that can stop that. There's no amount of sins, there's no amount of lowliness that we have to think about ourselves that can stop that. It is not limited to a certain people of a certain caste, gender, anything of the such. It is throughout, even if he's able to, if he's willing to save Ravana, who is he not willing to save is something that we should note here. There's no such thing as, there's no limitations to that kripa. And then finally, with Ravana Vadam, in this last song, we saw the Virodhi Swarupam in the Artha Panchakam. Praptyasya Brahmanurupam, Praptyasya Pratyagatmana, Prapti Upayam, Palam Prapti, Tata Prapti Virodhicha. It is that thought process that we are the ones protecting ourselves. I am the one doing something. Once we remove that and recognize the fact that he is the one doing everything, then Tanam Praptyasya Shashvatam, as Krishna says in the Gita, Bhayappadade. Anjade is what he shows by in his hand. Sarvadharman Parityakya, Mam Ekam Sharanam Braja, Ham Tva Sarva Papebhyo Mokshayishyami. Whatever is good for us will happen. Ma Suchaha, do not worry. Burden is on him is what is seen there. With that, we will do exactly what Hanuman did. We will note these things and we will do the Pattabhishekam within our own heart. That Pattabhishekam is not something that happened there. Hanuman tore open his heart and showed that Pattabhishekam was within his own heart. Rama and Lakshmana and Sita are all within his own heart. All of these Sharanagatis, let it stay within our heart. Let us understand that he is the protector. Let us understand this Artha Panchaka. Let's remove the Virodhi and thereby do that Pattabhishekam within our own heart. With that, we will sing the katha. Mangalasahana Parai Madacharya Purogame Sarveshcha Gurvevacharya Sakritayastu Mangalam. Thank you to the organizers, thank you to the other performers, thank you to the audience, thank you to Yatra Yatra Raghunatha Kirtanam Katha Katha Katamastakanjalam. Thank you to Hanuman for staying here and listening to us, and thank you to our acharyas.
Thank you very much. Awesome program. Can we clap one more time for that? Kalakshepa, in our time, first time ever it happened. And we grew up actually listening to Harikatha, especially during Ramnavami time. It's a nostalgic memory for us. Thank you very much for bringing such a beautiful performance. And you are very scholarly. We quoted so many Veda words, slokas and so on and so forth. Awesome. Thank you very much. Literally, actually I'm very impressed that he has studied a lot and he has brought into the story of Ramayana his knowledge. It's really good and ably accompanied by melodious music. Thank you. And at the same time, our own kids here. We should. Thank you very much to this program. And to felicitate, I would like to invite our Acharya Sri Nagendra.
Thanks for the ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಏನೋ ನಡೀತದೆ.
That's my favorite. It's true. That was Ravana's Ravana did not do. That's why he was Krishna
Nice dog.
Oh, thank you.
ನಾನು ಬೇಕು
நான் பார்க்கல பாருங்க
Mudra Sharanagati as well.
ஆஃப்ல தானே இருக்கு
லைவ்ல இருக்கு.